How'd you get your nickname?
When I was younger, I used to dance. So my mom kind of, just gave it to me at a young age, and it kind of stuck.
What have the first week of workouts been like for you? How does it compare to what you experienced in Arkansas?
It's been an adjustment. For sure been hard, like you said, new threads. Just excited to be here, the culture, and, live up to the standard.
What's the excitement level coming to a team that's reigning national champions?
It's definitely high. Coach Golden, he has a standard, and, we just got to meet it. I'm excited to be here, excited to be with the program. I feel like, my season got short last year. I was able to, do the things I wanted to do, like some of the accolades that I had in mind. I went through the process. I got the feedback. That was kind of, my decision going to that. And then Coach Golden kind of met me in New York. It was supposed to be a private meeting, but somehow I got out. But, but yeah, and, that's kind of what led to my decision to come here. The staff was great. It was like a family. It didn't really feel like a visit. I felt like a second home. And, just excited to be there.
How'd that meeting go with Todd, and what was his message to you when y'all met?
It was actually better than I thought. I was going into that meeting like, 'cause I'm focused on the draft process, so I wasn't really, trying to take meetings. But
Sure.
when I went in the meeting, it kind of blew my mind, and that's kind of what led to the decision. I have a second home that I could call home. So
How did he blow your mind?
it was just the whole presentation, just everything, the vibe. I was kind of looking for the vibe, the family vibe, and that's what I got from it.
Being the predecessor for last year's backcourt, how exciting of a task is that to take on?
Felt like it's a big task, actually. Just embrace it, honestly.
What is it about Todd that really, kids just gravitate to him? What is it that got you excited about him?
He understands. I feel like when somebody understands you, you're heard. And, I feel like that's both ways.
Walter Clayton told Todd that one of the hardest defenders that he faced last year was you. What was it like playing against him, and what do you feel about your defensive game and what you bring on that end?
I feel I'm a competitor. I'm never going to give up. So to hear that, it just gives credit to me, the hard work I've been putting in. So I'm just excited for that, and now I'm here.
What was it like guarding Walt?
Yeah, it was a time. It was a time, but yeah.
What's Xavier? What stands out about his game?
Everything, what he brings. I feel like people underestimate him, because he's coming from the Ivy League. But I feel like he could hold his own, definitely in this league.
And what do you kind of? How would you sum up your game?
I can do everything. Whatever you need me to do, I definitely do it to the highest of my standard, highest of my ability, and I just want to win.
What are your early impressions of your teammates, your new teammates?
Everybody's hilarious. Everybody has a character. Everybody has personality. I'm just excited to be here, honestly.
Who's the funniest guy on the team?
Definitely Cooper.
He's a goofball funny though.
Definitely Cooper. Oh my God.
With Justin in Gainesville too, what's that been like for you? I saw you're posting vlogs on YouTube, that sort of thing.
Oh, fantastic. Honestly, the weather, everything, just all the people. Everybody's so nice here. So.
What do you see from Tommy at the three? I mean, he's going to move out from under the basket.
So versatile. You could do a lot of things, especially at that height. Oh my God, you would love to have him on your team.